Welcome back. You've joined a small group of riders from the whole Auckland chapter, and we're partway through about a 10-day tour of the country, mostly through the South Island, a couple of days in the north. And in this particular episode, which is the first part one of two, we're travelling through the Mackenzie Basin, heading towards Aoraki Mount Cook, New Zealand's tallest mountain. This magnificent turquoise-coloured body of water to our right is Lake Pukaki. The lake derives its magnificent turquoise colour from the glacial flower that runs off from the glaciers at the head of the lake, in particular the Tasman Glacier. Was lucky enough to have a helicopter ride walk on that thing last year, and if you ever get a chance to do that, then try and make the time, because it's well worth it. What an experience. But no less of an experience than this, on a motorbike riding up alongside Lake Pukaki towards Aoraki Mount Cook. Has to rate as one of the highlights of my life, certainly a riding highlight of my life, which you'll see for yourself as Aoraki Mount Cook comes into view as we round this corner. That's it, directly above the motorbike riders there. We really couldn't believe our luck with this weather. As we're coming over from a place called Fairlie on the other side of the Mackenzie Basin, we put on the wet weather gear because it was starting to get cold, and there was some low cloud and a little bit of mist, and we thought, you know what, we might even see the mountain when we get over here, because there have been many days when Aoraki Mount Cook doesn't show its face to anybody, it stays hidden in the clouds, and we thought, well, okay, we'll get there anyway and that'll be one thing. But as we came over the hills from Fairlie and across into the Mackenzie Basin, like with a magic spell, the clouds parted, blue skies came, sunshine came, and we were punching the air with joy because we could see it was going to be one of those very special days, and that's certainly how it turned out. We left the wet weather gear on because that did keep out the cold, because it was pretty chilly here, at least by our Auckland standards, and didn't stop our enjoyment of the ride. And along here we were open-mouthed with awe at just everything being available for us to see in very, very clear sight. The video gives a pretty good job of it, but seeing it in person, well, it's another thing altogether. It's quite enveloping. Many things make a good ride, one of which is the route that's chosen. The weather can help. The main thing, the most important thing, is the people on the ride. And our little ride-down crew of 7 riders on 5 bikes wouldn't change anything for anybody. Our ride-back crew, 8 riders, 6 bikes, and also completely fabulous time. Great people to ride with. This is the day 4 of our riding together, and we ride together a lot as a chapter or on weekend rides up in Auckland, but it's a whole other thing to be riding long distance touring together, and this was just the best bunch of people to be spending this time with. We had just a super good ball, great time. Now we're going to have a lot more footage from the South Island and the North Island coming up over the next little while, because I had the camera running for a great part of the rides and got some absolutely stunning material from all over the country, particularly the South Island. I have to say, what a magnificent riding island that is, unbelievable. We're going to leave this one soon. we'll be coming to a stop here at the bottom of this one-lane bridge heading up towards Glentana, and we'll pick it up next week with part 2, where we complete the ride and head right up into the base of the mountain range to the Aoraki Mount Cook Alpine Lodge. Hope you come back to join us. There's a whole lot of great footage to come. See you next week. Ride safe, have fun, take care out there.